Happy Halloween.
Hello everybody, welcome to this amazing game, Resident Evil Resistance. Today I have some sweet and bitter news. We have an update, and it's the October update. It's a big content update with a balance patch on the way. However, this is the final update to Resident Evil Resistance. Now, the blog says for now. It says the updates are for now. However, I understand that when they say for now, it is a way to say never say never. They could update the game in the future, but right now there are no plans to. And, you know, there's some theories that maybe when Resident Evil 8 comes out, they might add some stuff to this game. But for now, all the skins, everything in there are now settled. So everything they've just added, that's all there will be. So they've added a whole bunch of skins. They added 2 new weapons for survivors. The Kashima is a stun knife, and the Raiden is the same gun from Resident Evil 3, except it actually works regardless if you hit a weak spot. I'll explain. It is an infinite gun. It's pretty cool. They did add a new creature. The Nemesis Parasite is finally available. This is a very, very strong creature that has a lot of powers. So they added a whole bunch of cards. They got the decoy skill card, which places a harmless trap. I think it's just meant to be a decoy without giving time. Shock trap that can paralyze survivors. Flashbang trap, which does the same thing as a flashbang card, except for those who are near to the trap. They have an invincible enhancer shot that makes zombies or creatures temporarily invincible. The V-Act zombie, which has all buffs on it, does, I believe, slightly more damage and health, but also blocks out your bioenergy for a period of time. They have a new anchor card, Reclamation Anchor. Any creature that dies under the tether will refund you bioenergy. The Energy Leech Rifle, which provides you bioenergy for every bullet that hits a survivor. You got the Remote Regen mod, which when controlling zombies, you get a regen effect. And I don't know if it stacks with regen, but it is what it is. Remove Limiter skill card, which is essentially you get like 25% of your ultimate cooldown immediately, but you lock out your bioenergy for 30 seconds. So it's an interesting card, but a scary one to use. And of course, then they have the Nemesis Parasite, one regular and infectious. A barrier skill is a golden wall that blocks firearms. They added a supply zombie card. So the supply zombie, why would you want to use that? You can also get the benefits of a supply zombie as a mastermind if you can protect it, so you can spawn it all the way across the map and see if you can bait them away with a treat, or see if you get yourself a bit of a bonus. And then Deception skill card makes all of your cameras look like they're controlled by the mastermind. And finally, the Umbrella Reserve skill card, which transforms into it says powerful skill card. I haven't tested that one, but in exchange for getting a random skill card, you lose your bioenergy regen. A lot of this blocks out the mastermind's bioenergy, which sucks, but it is what it is. So they also increased the equipment point limits for all characters across the board. So everyone maxes out at 25 equipment points now instead of the 20 that we were at. And then now to obtain all these new cards, the maximum rank to be maxed out is 20. Oh boy. And then they have new exclusive cards for everyone. Annette got a ambush card, which is a zombie that costs nothing. But yeah, no, that's just it. It's just a zombie that costs nothing. Then they have the Liquor Regen for Area 3, which unfortunately, as far as I'm concerned, Liquors is still pretty bad to use in terms of latency. The Synchronized mod allows up to 4 creatures to move in sync with the creature being controlled, which allows you to do a lot of interesting things, like all the zombies will dance together and stuff. Pretty fun. Remote Shell is a zombie that cannot be killed, but doesn't do anything until you control it and has all the buffs. It's a very interesting card for sure. Alex gets the new Contagion card, makes infected survivors vomit. It's weird. so like they vomit and then it reduces their infection level, but they take additional damage, but they can't be defeated by this damage. And then they have a detonator mod, which all explosive traps detonate immediately after being spawned. That's pretty nice. I haven't seen that one yet. For Spencer, we have Omniscience, which allows him to transform his card into a random exclusive card of another mastermind, which is brilliant. And then Reroute, which allows him to swap biocores. So you can use a biocore to move to another biocore, which is amazing, to be honest. I don't know if it keeps the health, but amazing nonetheless. New auto shield card, which is a mod, and then newly equipped on-camera weapons will gain electromagnetic shield for a set duration. Holy crap, that's a little spooks. That sounds amazing though. And then the tactical shields, which all cameras gain an electromagnetic shield, but interrupts bioenergy. And as you can see, the interrupts bioenergy is kind of like ridiculous. And a couple of skills you'll also see are starting to include a Nemesis Parasite in them, which is good. Then there's adjustment fixes coming soon, which is not out yet, but these are things we can look forward to. And unfortunately, I feel they really missed the mark to the balance of the game because Mastermind still got nerfed. So they lengthened the cooldown of the Flash Baton Shockwave skill variant, which is good, but I think that all of the ultimate cooldowns need to be increased in duration. And then they fixed an issue. Also fixed the T-posing Tyrant issue with Daniel. Spencer, increase the weight rich cards, bioenergy cost decreases when using the bioactivation generator skill variant. Nikolai adjusts the odds when various creatures are randomly spawned using Watchdog and reduce the damage dealt by the Nemesis Exterminate ability. So that's what I meant by the nerf, is like they just nerfed Nemesis. But the one thing they're fixing is shotguns, which if you watch my State of the Game video, I made it very clear shotguns are not themselves the reason that things feel so bad. Shotguns are what they should be, and I said it was resources. So they did focus on the shotgun's resources in terms of increasing how many bullets it takes, but that doesn't stop survivors from having too many resources. So the issue's still there. They resolved an issue where it's not possible to disarm traps when placed on inclines and multi-level surfaces, and they have other minor changes. Ultimately, being that that's going to be the balance patch, and these are the final content patch, there's a lot of changes that are fantastic, but a lot of it I couldn't test because there's not enough people to play against that play the game seriously. The few games I got to play, people just kind of let me kill them in Area 1, and they were just goofing around. And I can't get a feel for whether or not it still feels wrong. Like, I don't know if shotguns are still too powerful. The Nemesis Parasite is a fantastic creature. I'm going to go ahead and give a demonstration of everything so that you can see what it is. I don't have enough time to try to look for a game. The queue times have spiked to a whopping 10 minutes. Apparently PS4 resistance is still going strong, and I will try to get some gameplay video in the future. I did get to play a couple of matches, but right now I'm just limited in time and trying to get a game and also show some stuff off. So instead, I'll go ahead and show off the new weapons and the new Parasite. All right, so we drew a Nemesis Parasite right off the bat. Fantastic. They are controllable, which is great. And as a normal zombie, they're pretty nasty. So we're gonna go ahead and take over.
A very efficient way of ending your life.
So effectively, same zombie, except you have an extra attack, which is the tentacle spear. So it shoots out, you just press a button, it shoots out and auto aims towards the nearest survivor. So when you're walking around, you know, you're just like walking by, you're like, yo, what up, girl? And then their bite attack is completely different. Their bite attack is a potential instant down. So you go for the bite and you just slurp up their head and they have to do mash a button to push you off. If not, it just kills them. Well, I mean, downs them at least. And then you get back up. and you go again. Now, the other interesting thing is you can use the Parasite to spear at any time, so while you're clawing, just get in there, and just deal some damage, and then you're just like, yo, what up? Although I missed that shot, it did shoot out, but it's just got a bit of a cooldown, so this creature's just rocking it. Damn, look at that, beautiful. I mean, just slurp them. But one downfall is that you'll notice it's not 15 seconds. It's 3 per like tick of damage. So they can throw you off pretty easy. Of course, you're still susceptible to flashbangs, and no, you don't revive them as a zombie. But that's it. That's the Parasite. A very, very lethal creature. Get a couple of these and they get their little tentacle shots out there. There's some interesting builds you could do. They are pretty expensive, but they are wonderful. Something I love to see. I really wish we got the pale heads as final content, but I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, on to the new weapons, the Kashima and Raiden. The Raiden is probably the most expensive gun in the game, but it also requires absolutely no ammo. And then, of course, the Kashima is a stun knife, which is a very interesting concept. So let's go over Kashima first, and then talk about the Raiden. So Kashima, blue knife, looks like Hot Dogger, but has a blue hue. This is wielded like the torch, so they use it just like a torch, except for Jill, who uses it like the Hot Dogger. If you don't miss like I did, you just gotta swing a little earlier than that. Effectively, every single swing is a stun. Deals a little bit of damage, but it's a Martin shock. And you'll also notice that the durability on the gun is a bit low. Because I've already gone through, after these few swipes, I've already gone through an entire repair kit. But of course, it stuns, and this means that against Daniel's endurance, it actually stuns him, because it's not a knockback, it's an actual stun. That scared me a little bit.
Must be eradicated.
Now the Raiden, on the other hand, is an infinite ammo gun. And the infinite ammo is set off by the slow shot. Now the Raiden, if you've played through all of Resident Evil 3 and unlocked this gun, you'll know that the Raiden normally doesn't even work if you don't hit the weak point. But you'll notice that I was hitting the body and getting it. And you just wait for the recharge and shoot again. But it works regardless and has near flawless knockback. This gun is insanely stupid.
I still have time to stop you.
Having 4 survivors run the Raiden is gonna be like a nightmare for anyone who's trying to run single strength zombies. But here, break his legs. Now he's a crawler. For free, I have made a zombie crawler and then just finish him off if I want to. You can also see the detail on the back of the Raiden. The little needle goes over, and then it glows yellow when it's ready and done. And, oh, missed that. Hang on. Let it charge up, and goes dead. So it's almost as strong as the Magnum. It's more expensive in terms of the gun. I wish it was even more expensive than this, because realistically, this is cheap. Just break limbs with it instantly. I don't think the weapon should work without hitting weak points, because I mean this gun was an insta-kill in Resident Evil 3, but you had to hit the weak points. But now not anymore. It's just kind of like, nah, you know, whatever, just shoot it and then just wait. Free shots. It's easy. Crits are insane. So you just mix this with like someone who gets some damage, like the reticle focus damage, like Jill. Man, the crits on this could be insane. Now, one thing to keep in mind too about the Kashima, though, something I didn't mention, was just because it's a knife like the Hot Dogger does not mean it counterattacks. So you do have to get the swing off before the grab happens in order to prevent yourself from being, you know, bitten. But, you know, you just get a hit in, they just freak out. You know, stab him in the leg. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Seems like you're pretty dead. I mean, you're still alive, but. So with the with this blade, people like Tyrone and Martin, who can increase durability, would be the perfect weapon for, especially for speedrunning builds. You just run in, knife, and keep running. Tyrone, kick a zombie down, knife it while it's down, it ain't getting back up. But that's it. That's the new content added to the game. Costume-wise, there's tons of new costumes, tons of new dances, tons of new things to explore. Unfortunately, for now, the game is complete. But I will show off some builds throughout the month of October. I want to show more than this as my horror game. So throughout, I will be streaming on Twitch a whole bunch of horror games themed every week, and I will also be uploading highlights and segments of them to YouTube, so you guys will see the games here. We plan for things like Left 4 Dead. We plan for things like Dread Out, Amnesia, Phasmophobia. I think Among Us might be on it.
I have everything
Ultimately,
I need
though,
to succeed here.
I think that Resident Evil is done, and it'll be fun, great thing for you to play with your friends, but being the development has stopped, playing with the new toy for a while is going to be fantastic, but it's got no more growth, so that's a sad thing, and I really hate to say that. Don't want to give up on this game particularly, but I think it's time we find a new fun game to jump on, but I still will be having a ton of fun with Resident Evil. Plus, we still have the balance patch to wait for, which will be fun. Hopefully, it fixes the shotgun issue and we can come back, have fun, show Capcom we love this game, and maybe development can start back up on it. Neil Bartz is working on Marvel Avengers, or at least a part of the team is, which I played a bit of on stream, which was really fun, which I think they're just jumping on a new project, but I hope you all enjoy the update. I know I did. I'm sorry this wasn't like the best content I could come back with, but I'll see you tomorrow with some spooky, spooktacular Halloween games. Thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Put your suggestions of games you want to see horror-esque for Halloween in the description down below. Even if it's just Resident Evil and you want to see specific things from this patch done, let me know and I'll make sure it happens. Thank you all, and as always, good game.